This podcast is protected under the laws of the United States and other countries. Unauthorized duplication, distribution, or exhibition may result in civil liability, criminal prosecution, and the wrath of the tall man.
Boy! Hey, let's talk about you, the ID10T community events at ID10T.com, like Russ Stevens, aka Cool Movies Darth, who has started a podcast called 90 for Chill, which Russ says is dedicated to movies with a runtime between 74 and 99 minutes, the time frame that I feel is ideal. Russ, I could not agree with you more. That is a fantastic idea. Russ goes on to say there are times you need a cinematic fix but don't have time for the latest Scorsese masterpiece or offering from a comic book universe. There's also times when you need a conclusion to prevent a binge costing you a whole night. My guests and I try to follow these guidelines as we chat up features that are definitely worth your time and are beyond easy to make time for. 90 for Chill, the podcast, can be found on all major podcast platforms at 90forchill.com, and that's spelling out 90, Ninety, 4 FOR, chill. So there you go. Thank you so much for sharing, Russ. Really great idea for a podcast. Events at ID10T.com for everyone else.
Previously on 90 for Chill, the podcast.
Michael and Sam have just moved to Santa Carla, California. They're about to discover its secret.
Notice anything unusual about Santa Carla yet?
No. It's a pretty cool place. If you're a Martian.
Or a vampire.
So where are you? The flying nun?
I'm your brother, Sammy. Help me!
Stay back! Stay back!
What's happening to me, Star? Get yourself a good sharp steak. Drive it right through his heart.
You're a vampire, Michael. My own brother, a damn blood-sucking vampire.
Oh, you wait till Mom finds out, buddy.
When a vampire bites it, it's never a pretty sight.
Michael, they're coming! Oh, shit!
Little Hand says it's time to rock and roll.
Bring the noise.
All right, so we are back with 90 for Chill, the podcast, and our good friend of the show, Andrew Teedy, has returned, which we're going to discuss Joel Schumacher's classic. And honestly, after this last rewatch, it's like, well, I can see the skepticism from some. But The Lost Boys, more importantly, though, this, like, just prepping vampire wise, I did just rewatch Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter. And so I'm just glad that, okay, regardless of my backpedaling that may occur, I am ready, I believe. So how are we doing, Andrew?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm already kind of gonna butt heads with you a little bit, though. You're like, I'm gonna try to maintain with the, with this, like, I can see the skepticism, yada yada. No. If you look at this through the glasses of it's 1988. Look it through. Just remember, this is 87 when this movie came out.
Yes.
Let's not try to compare it to
No.
great cinematic masterpieces you get nowadays.
No,
This
not.
movie had a cheap ass budget.
It's debatable. I mean, it was a Richard Donner production, and to a sense, it's like, could this have been Goonies 2?
Well, and that's kind of originally what they wanted to do with it.
Okay.
Originally, this whole thing was going to be like a PG, G-rated Goonies.
Oh yeah, and it's really not that hard a R by any stretch of the imagination,
No,
really.
and really, all they did to get that R was turn the characters from 8-9-year-olds in the case of like the Frog Brothers and everything, and like 12-year-old for David and the Vampire, or for David and the Vampires.
Mm-hmm.
the Frog Brothers were chubby Boy Scouts in that original version.
Okay, well,
So
that's
all
an
they did,
upgrade anyhow.
right. So all they did was like crank up the age, a little bit of nookie, and
Not much. I mean,
not no, not, I mean a very tame nookie,
yeah, I was about
especially
to say,
for
I'm looking. Where's Jamie Gert's boobs?
you don't
Somewhere.
really you get like a little side boob.
Yeah, no,
Right
I'm
away.
just saying she's also in the same. This is a big year for her. She was also in damn it, just forgot the name of it. Robert Downey Jr., James Spader, Andrew McCarthy,
Yeah, because I know she did Space Babies around this time too. That's how
Solar
she actually,
Babies. Yeah,
so yeah, because that's actually how she got this gig because she worked with the guy that played Michael in that.
Jason Patrick. Right.
Yes, thank you. I was brain farting there.
Yeah. Oh no, we're doing it's all over the place.
Deep cuts, deep cuts.
Yeah, eight. Work day. Getting to work at 8:30, and however Andrew maintains himself. All right, let's see. So now I even remember the name of the author that other movie was inspired was based off of, Brett Ellison.
Oh yeah, what? Yeah,
Yeah, I know. It's
that came up in my little fact finding mission that I do for the prep for these things, and it's gone in a puff of smoke, we shall say.
yes, yes. Jamie Gertz keeps busy. I mean, she's like, I gotta page down. I gotta hit the more titles on her IMDb. Granted, I'm doing it on a Chromebook. Oh shoot, Less Than Zero.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
which is definitely one of the early, like, I think one of the better early
Mm-hmm.
drug movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it has like the punch you in the
That's what I'm.
effect of like say a Train Spotter.
Oh, my favorite movie actually, but no, I mean, well, it's not Andrew McCarthy who's doing the drugs.
Right.
It's trying to deal with your friend. And okay, yes, so that explains a lot of my life, but yeah, so no, I didn't really catch on to that. And as I say, it was that was one thing I failed to like put in my notes until like last minute. Oh, Richard Donner produced this.
He originally was going to direct it,
Mm-hmm.
and it was actually taking him a long time to get this thing like ready to be made because he had done like 4 years before it even got filmed.
Right. Well, I mean, he did Goonies 2 years prior.
Right. And he had gotten pretty bored with the project, so he just went off and said, "I'm going to go direct this little thing called Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, no,
I'll still produce the sucker."
Right.
And then actually, his wife suggested Schumacher.
Right, and all I can say about Schumacher, and I can save it for Schumacher. He is honestly an underappreciated director.
He's a polarizing director.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you have your Tigerlands. I mean, he can your phone booths. He can helm a good movie, unquestionably good movie. But then when you get I didn't want to jump into it too fast because I got the movie playing in my peripheral, and we haven't gotten to Timmy Capello yet.
Oh,
yes, no. Everybody giggles with
I have
anticipation for Timmy.
I almost bought a shirt last week online. It was just him in all of his glory in the movie, and just says, "I believe." I haven't bought it yet.
So just with this little sidetrack. All right, shot him alert to start the show.
Cheers.
Cheers. I don't think there's enough for a shot, so I'll just
yeah, we'll do enough. Yeah, we'll just go.
Okay. It's all about masochism if you drink Malort. No. I'm always ready, but yeah. All right.
I was just saying I'm a masochist because I'm a Cubs fan, but
yeah. I mean, you got to kind of appreciate that we had a good 4-year. Well, I mean, it ended up being a good 5-6 season run.
I would say you could probably make an argument for 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean 2015, 2020 we made the playoffs
Yeah.
regardless. So I mean obviously the fire sale in 2021, but it's just a weird situation with the Cubs because
We still drink on that sacred sad day in this household.
no, it's
The fire sale about broke me.
I mean, I was actually guys at Disney World. So my parents decided, oh, for their 45th wedding anniversary, they're going to take the Disney family to Disney World. And no, as I'm entering one of the parks, and I've got let's see, how many Cubs tattoos do I have? I got my David Bowie. So the 2016, the tattoo is my 1970s Chicago Cubs Cubby Bear. But I got it all in black with the Aladdin Sane David Bowie Thunderbolt going through it. And they won. And and I didn't see any games that season because I was like all over like the last 4 years. 2 or 3 games, 4 games, maybe a season. And that, yeah, for just moving the champagne, and I couldn't get up to any Cubs games. And I really should have just spent the $1,000 and no showed my job to drive to Cleveland. So that's but no, the year before that, like I was trying to come up with a wrestling comeback idea, so I thought Green Street Hooligans meets Clark Street. So I've got difficult
word
okay,
maneuver.
So yeah,
Okay.
So we got a Bullet Club hybrid.
Yes.
Yeah. So because I again being anti-gun, I can't do bullets. Got to be Cubby. So and I ended up not doing Cubby because I think Pro Wrestling Tees beat me to that. So it's like the 120 club. So
good.
Yeah, and my first tattoo was a Cubs the 80s Cubs Cubby Bear.
Yes.
And that was supposed to be all of the tattoos.
Actually.
Yeah. The 90s one isn't bad. It's just such a change.
Right.
And I've never really been a fan of the Cub and the C.
I don't hate that one.
Oh, I don't like the walking Cub. Like sometimes when I see the Cub like profile in the C, that looks all right. But
see, I'm actually gonna piss you off. I actually like the walking one instead of the one you just said.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's like, yeah, it's just not like, I don't know. Maybe it was a throwback to the old Cubby Bear with the bat. Like, one of my favorite hats, which is like, of course, had white. It was the foul ball Cubby.
Yes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it was a nice green cap with the white front, and so wore that, sweated that. So
yeah,
out of the rotation.
White hats are not a great thing.
No, they are not. So, well, all right. Well, so let's see, masochism. Well, if you're gonna equate that to Joel Schumacher, that obviously is Batman Forever. I'm not sold on people who say that's a camp favorite.
Hold on, Batman Forever.
No, I don't mind. Sorry, Batman and Robin.
Okay. Yeah. We were about to have words, sir.
Yes. No. No, Batman Forever. The worst thing about that is, it's Tommy Lee Jones doing his, the little cartoons on Saturday morning with the shrimp and the firing back and the riding the seahorses.
Yes.
Swedish Chef, all the time in that one. Jim Carrey should have been up for an Oscar for supporting actor in that one.
At the very least, they could have threw him a bone. If I'm not mistaken, he didn't even get a bone thrown at him at the MTV Awards that year.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Maybe Best Villain.
I could have seen that.
I don't remember. That was a long time ago and a lot of
right.
years ago.
Yeah. So I mean, that's Batman Forever. I mean, it gave us Stardust, which
it did.
Yeah, I mean, that's who Cody says the entire gimmick was based around.
I see it.
Yeah. yeah, Royal Rumble. It was a all right show, and now we're getting to Timmy Capello. So good. We just
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, it's like
Star of the show.
I didn't want Cody coming in at 30 to. I mean, I understand why you do that. The guy's coming off an injury.
I didn't expect to see him a 425. I knew he was going to be like one of the last 5.
Right. Oh yeah. It's just like, but you made Gunter the sorry, Volter, the Iron Man,
which I think was a genius move.
Yes, it is.
If they're trying to establish him back to the credibility he had in NXT and before,
right? No, it was a great move. It's just I didn't want to see, but you know, Cody is a sports entertainer. I think that was the biggest problem with his. I mean, yes, it created AEW because he had the personality, which the Bucks and Kenny didn't have.
Right.
I mean, the Bucks and Kenny, like all their stuff is inside baseball jokes.
Yes.
And
yeah,
great wrestling. Like no, Cody can't.
Wrestling, phenomenal wrestling, funny and intense promos. Yeah, inside baseball jokes all day, every day.
Right. Cody brought that. I mean, it's Dusty. I'll even say that.
Obviously.
So, yeah, brought that to the elite.
I better say, yeah. When your dad's Dusty and your brother's, Dustin Rhodes, who's bad or good, has some very creative twist on lots of things.
Oh, I mean, Dustin, I can't ever badmouth because I saw him wrestle Terry Funk in Peoria.
Nice.
So we're talking New Blood versus Millionaires Club era.
Okay.
And like they're doing a match, and then Terry Funk just pushes the referee back and grabs a mic and says, "No, this is gonna be a hardcore match now." And they go to the point where it's like, "Oh no, it's gonna be a kiss my ass match." He does a bare ass stink face to Dustin Rhodes.
What?
Smack.
Yes. No, I can't. Couldn't expect any different reaction when I said that. And it's like I'm sitting behind Terry's ass, like, oh, and it's like that's where Dustin earned my respect, and that's where I learned that in professional wrestling, I mean, it took me a while to finally lose to a girl, but you got to give up shame at all.
Oh yeah.
And never mind, I was a big Chris Candido guy, and if you saw any of his indie matches, he's wrestling at least 2 minutes with his ass just hanging out his trunks.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, so right now in the movie, we get introduced to Max, which is kind of like, I think, and this might be the disconnect.
Sure.
I think if you're not a fan of the Gilmore Girls, as a Gen Z, definitely. Millennials, right. I mean, nah, you should have some common sense.
Anyone under 45 is probably gonna know who this is.
Oh yeah, it's and I wrote, sadly, Edward Herman.
Yes, Edward Herman.
Yes, right.
Who non-ironically, I always would have thought if they did a Munsters thing in that time frame, he would have made a good Herman.
Yeah. No, he's got the height, I think. Well, I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch Rob Zombie's. It doesn't seem as bad as it looks.
I haven't watched it yet.
But it's a PG-rated Rob Zombie movie, so.
Right. Yeah. People were expecting this to be a little off the wall.
Yeah, no.
By not even making it PG-13, he really constricted himself.
Yeah. So yeah, but I'm just saying, like, so here's the big thing, I guess, is talking with my older sister, the poetic critic, and I got myself somehow I always managed, like, I had her lined up in case, like, oh shoot, what am I gonna do with Rory? Oh, Buckaroo Banzai. All right, give her that episode. If we can agree that the dare I say the curtain call at the end, like the movie ends at 1:38, and then you have this entire opening, the end credit sequence, which is just basically everybody from the movie just walking.
Yes.
Like, I don't think that's narratively important, but so it's not a stinger, but I mean, I guess it says the entire vibe of the movie. Like,
Right.
But this isn't Buckaroo Banzai. That's for the poetic critic. Um, but she's the one who said, "Oh no, Lost Boys overrated." I don't think she's a Goonies fan either. But but I bring up that just because 1987 you had Near Dark,
yes,
which is definitely the superior vampire movie, I'd say, to the Lost Boys.
but doesn't have the longevity.
Yeah, but that's more like nobody got to really see it. And then when Lionsgate got the Blu-ray, if you weren't at a Walmart in 2007, you're not going to find it.
February on a Tuesday after 3 p.m.
Yes. No, as I say, I found it pretty easy, but then, and I grabbed it. Oh, vampires? Lance Henriksen? Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
And then I didn't even think about Kathleen Bigelow and...
But it's funny, would you say that all those people, like, now imagine if, the guy who loves to direct those people, Cameron, got his hands on them and did that same movie.
Well, Bigelow won her Best Picture, and well, I mean, she probably did more movies, but probably less time.
Yeah.
I haven't, and Hurt Locker is a blind spot on my, like, it's, again, when I started this podcast, it's kind of like, oh, shoot. You don't want to spend $7 on iTunes.
Right.
And like, oh, I don't have the time for the movie. And that's kind of sad, especially after Jeremy Renner's lost a leg.
Essentially.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know if he was tagging. But so that's but since we got to Timmy Capello, who still is in jacked form. I mean, he doesn't have the cum gutters, but right. I saw him on.
He's got to be what, damn near 70?
Definitely late 60s. But I mean, he came on. So Michelle Wolf, probably best known from The Daily Show, and she was a writer on Late Night with Seth Meyers, which is my go-to show. Still, I'd rather get the satire than. Jimmy Fallon stroking somebody, and Colbert is in that weird spot where, like, you were a character. That's what got you your job.
And now you're living the gimmick, brother.
Yeah. So that's but there was a show on Netflix, only one season, The Break with Michelle Wolf. And yes. One of the episodes she had Timmy Capella come on, like, she would read the depressing story and then like the saxophone and I mean, he doesn't have the cum gutters anymore, but
I guess he got his start as Tina Turner's saxophone player.
I did know that, yeah.
Where I thought about it, like, yeah, if I was to picture a saxophone player for Tina Turner, it'd be that dude.
Yeah, so I'm getting the age on Timmy Capello right now. 67.
Okay.
So last time I saw him, maybe it was 5 years ago, and he's still like
pretty jacked, huh?
Yeah, well, Vince McMahon got nothing on him.
I was actually just talking, like, literally like 3 days ago with one of my coworkers, my boss actually, we were talking about how great this movie is.
Yes.
And we got talking about Mr. Pedo, and I guess he still does this gig. Like, he shows up like county fairs and stuff and places like that, and shirt off, chains on, baby oil, playing the saxophone.
Yeah,
still rocking it.
Yeah. But I guess that kind of brings me finally to the Joel Schumacher always trying to make something gay. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, honestly.
No, yeah, gay, non-derogatory. But if you're a Smosh fan, you get that. But anyway, where was I going with this? Yeah, no, it's just he's a very directed, albeit again not in a derogatory way, but just a flamboyant kind of person.
Yeah,
just everything's a spectacle, which makes his movie stand out.
Well, you say that, and it's like I haven't seen Tigerland. But I mean, but I hear the style is very like.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, but I've heard the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, you can see it in Flatliners, like,
Mhm.
you know, oh yeah, I'm gonna have Stephen Baldwin shag. I mean, and record a bunch of chicks, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a penis joke right in his face. Julia Roberts, can you deliver on that? So, and the entire, like, it's one of those things, like, it's like, okay, yeah, it's, he just puts it out there, and I'm not saying, he's overtly, overtly putting out like gay vibes, but it's like,
Right. Yeah.
this is in
I'm
your,
not.
like, yeah, this is kind of like, really, you're enjoying this movie, are you uncomfortable with this?
Oh, definitely. And I'm not saying this from like the red hat point of view of like,
Mhm.
oh, it's the gay, he's
Oh
putting out the
no,
gay
no,
agenda. No, he's definitely not doing that. It's just that, he's putting out stuff that he as, a human being would like to see.
yeah, and no, and it's like, and as they say, it's like he, um unless the movie doesn't work, Batman and
Batman and
Robin,
Robin.
nobody gives a crap. Like, that
Yeah,
was my big thing about Venom, There Will Be Carnage,
oh
is the
God.
entire, I mean, that's one of those that, like, yeah, you could, like, I dug kind of the Venom and Eddie Brock breakup bit. I
Yeah.
thought that was good, but that's like the movie. We didn't even need Carnage.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was kind of about to say when my wife and I went and saw it. We didn't hate the movie. We just the pacing was so weird. Like by the
Well,
time
yeah,
we,
it's a 90-minute movie. I mean, it's an hour 37.
but
I did the episode on it.
but by the
Yeah,
time we got through, like you were saying, like by the time we got through all the Eddie Venom breakup stuff and got to them fighting Carnage, the movie was over.
yeah. So I hope they took that out of Adams and Andy Serkis's hand. He directed it, and it's like, no, Andy Serkis is a treasure.
Yeah,
Surely it's Sony who screwed that up. And I guess you could say Morbius, which I haven't watched yet, but
I
judging that,
don't know if I can. I want to, but I don't know.
how did this get made? Did a live podcast on it, so it's
Okay.
like, I have to now. Now I kind of have to watch it. I mean, I didn't plan on watching Hurricane Heist at any point in my life,
Wow,
but
you're the one, huh?
I'm sorry,
You're the one, huh?
I didn't watch it until I heard, oh, how did this get made? And then I was like, well, I got 25, I got 75 cents off at Redbox. Let's see. Oh, dude, and I pull for anybody from the True Blood movies to True Blood TV series to
Sure,
do
yeah.
something. Like, but yeah, no. Sorry, Ryan Quatrin. That's Ozzy. Oi, oi, oi.
Bravo.
Yes. Which, I mean, you're the TikTok guy. Do you ever watch Ozzy, man?
Oh God, I have been watching Ozzy Man for since the Vine days.
Oh, see ya. There you go. It's like, I was never like Vine. I don't know. And
I
that's,
got into it like literally about a month before it shut down because my
yeah.
girlfriend was a Vine person. She was showing me all the videos.
Oh no, so for me the big one was Cole Cabana putting a sticker on Brian Cage's back.
Yeah.
That was the only Vine I knew. So, all right. So I'm just saying, like, when it comes back to the Near Dark versus Lost Boys, I mean, there's really no, like, as I say, there's a Goonies vibe to this.
Well, and that kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier. Do you know why they were originally going to have young kids in the movie as opposed to teenagers?
No, I didn't dig that deep.
Because they were going to make a Peter Pan movie.
Well, obviously, it's I'm kind of familiar with that element, the Lost Boys.
Yeah,
like,
the David vampire was going to be Peter Pan, and that's how all these Lost Boys live forever and stay young forever. They're all flipping vampires,
right? Yeah. So yeah, I know it's like, well, it makes total sense. It's kind of like, no offense to Corey Haim, it's like they really should have dug into the Goonies by this point. Like, definitely Sean Astin's Corey Feldman's age.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, I was at Fan Expo, and they had Sean Astin couldn't make it to like the last 2 days. Like, they had the Hobbit reunion. I skipped for Jay and Silent Bob Get Old, the podcast.
Wise choice.
Yeah. And the night before, I saw the Friendship Onion with Dominic Monaghan and Billy Boyd anyhow.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. I don't dig the fact that I had to pay each one of those, like, to be present in each one of those podcasts.
Yeah, don't get me started on that.
Yeah, no, I'm as a C2E2 is my thing. I just like the kind of inside baseball of it. Like, oh no, this is going to be more corporate. It's like,
right.
Well, I get to see the Aliens short films for the 40th anniversary before anybody. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yes.
So it's like, but dang it, lost a thought. Rewind. I'm not even that. I mean, no, I'm probably plenty. I didn't get to eat today, so, but it's like, okay. So I did see. So they were. I don't know if they intended to be a Goonies reunion. Like, they scheduled Corey Feldman and the woman who played not the girl, the sidekick, glasses,
Martha Plimpton, I believe, is the
yes.
actress.
No, I don't know. Shoot, that would be way too easy. I did see their panel, and like, that was just a weird production because of all the stuff they ended up cutting from the Goonies.
Word.
Yeah, so
I mean, everyone knows by now, the octopus got cut.
Yes. Yeah, and she was whoever it was pretty sorry. Internet. Yeah. Jeez, like, then I'm just going on IMDb, and like, Sean Astin never shook that baby fat off, which is not a bad thing. Like, I carry it.
And it worked for him.
Yeah. No, every bit, like,
I think the fact that he had that baby chubby face of his is part of what made Rudy so dang good.
Yeah. No, I've never actually seen Rudy, but that's because that is okay. Look, that's because my father's from Michigan State.
And, I'm from 2 hours away from South Bend, Indiana.
Yes,
so and it was required, and I played football. It was required viewing for us.
No, I understand that, and
we had Hoosiers and Blue Chips and breaking away.
Yeah, no. And with that said, though, it's like, we did have a kid on our football team with the last name Rediger.
Oh gosh!
So he got saddled with that.
Oh yeah,
nickname.
Oh yeah.
So no, it actually was Carrie Green. So she played the girl. Now that I'm looking at it. Oh my man, Goonies. It's like, damn it, why does it have to be close to 2 hours? And there's a lot of points in that movie. It's like, I'm checking my watch. Like,
well, I mean, and plus, again, we just talk about Richard Donner movies.
Yeah, that's yep. But kudos to John Matsuzak. Just have the IMDb up. Like, recently did another Joey Pants movie. Like,
yes.
If you ever listen to the Rewatchable podcast on the Ringer Network, it's like they have their awards. Like, you got Dion Waiters award for the person who did the most the less time, and you got the Joey Pants award for the best that guy.
Yes. That's a good award for him.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'd say it wasn't until the turn of the century that we really acknowledged if he wasn't Cypher.
Yeah.
In the Matrix, like, well, that's just that bald Italian guy. Who gives it?
Right. Yeah. The fact that he did Cypher, because he had done like U.S. Marshals and The Fugitive in the 90s.
Yeah, I think we talked about that with like how he
last time.
Yeah. So, but I gotta get back to the notes because I mean I'm not losing it, but you gotta fear it. And as I say, when it rains, it pours. It's like,
Word.
okay, Andrew is pretty good about making times. I'm worse than he is, honestly, from our history. But it's like, I better get a backup. So
yeah,
getting my sister on there. So, so yeah. So there's just a few initial questions, like the security guard at the beginning. It's
yeah.
like, look, if you've already threatened these guys at least twice and they still keep showing up, maybe you should get in on what they're doing.
Well, see, here's the thing. I think he was.
Ah,
I think, spoiler alert to the end of the movie, Grandpa knew about vampires the whole damn
well,
time.
that was my biggest question: is why didn't Diane Weiss know about the vampires the whole damn time?
And but like, and we'll get to that in a second. But like going back to the security guard guy, if Grandpa knew, obviously he's probably not the only homie in Santa Clara that knows.
Santa Carla, but
Claire, that was an issue that they had in the movie too, and I'll get to that in a minute.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I'll do that right now. Oh, beginning scene of the movie, when they're showing all the weirdos around the boardwalk and stuff, you can clearly see a license plate framing that says, whoever Chevrolet, Santa Clara. And then yet they spent the money for the big neon sign and the billboard that said Santa Carla.
Yeah.
But they couldn't change a license plate frame.
Which is kind of weird going back to Rob Zombie. Like I'd say the first Halloween remake. The second one is like, no, that's Rob Zombie's movie. And we'll leave it at that. Like the first Halloween remake, it's like I see those classic. Like I did not like the change of the Illinois license plate. I like the font. I like that it was a goofy font. It was definitely very retro.
Oh, word.
But Rob Zombie did keep that in his first Halloween movie. If you look carefully.
Respect.
Yeah. So, it's like, no, you gotta catch those little continuity details. Like, this is Kiefer Sutherland's first big movie, so it's not like you didn't have the money.
Right. Well, the thing is, their budget was originally $20 million.
Well, that's a lot for 87.
Right, but when Shoemaker came with his cast for the now teenager young adult movie, the studio is like, we don't know who any of these people are except the lady who just won an Oscar.
Yeah.
So no, and he's like, well, I'm doing it anyway. They go, fine, you can do it with those people for $8.5 million. And they thought he would like recast and get the money. And he's like, okay, so yeah, they had $8.5 million to make that movie.
So, well, I mean, like, that's a sad thing about Feldman and Haim. It's like, it wasn't for the drugs, man.
Yeah.
Which kind of brings, like, jumping in my notes. It's like when Sam asks Michael after like I'm watching right now and I'm seeing the bridge scene.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, Michael, are you freebasing? The world wants to know. And it's like, man, you're just predicting your future, Corey. I mean, we can go into the sequels and such. I think they batted 500 on the sequels myself.
From what I understand, I would say that maybe the first sequel got about a 500.
Oh no, this first sequel sucked.
Well, I heard they both sucked, but I heard it. I've never seen them. But they said that second one sucked a big one.
Oh no, second one is Edgar Frog the movie. Is how, I mean, the first one was the first sequel is like, all right, yeah, Edgar Frog the movie, and it's like, no, this is a rehash, and it's even pissing on everything. Like they even tried to mock Timmy Capello in that movie.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. Yeah,
that man is a national treasure. You leave him the hell alone.
Right. No, so it's like the opening sequence, like, so there's a great first sequence in the movie where the vampire surfers in this movie end up on the beach owned by Tom Savini, who's a vampire.
Oh, okay, continue.
All right, and what are you doing on my land? What do you mean it's your land? Like, okay, we'll get away. Oh no, feel free. And then you see Tom Savini's a vampire. And then the surfers expose the fact they're a vampire and they kill Tom Savini because he just invited them onto his land.
They had no power. He had no power.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's a great scene. And then it's a retread of the entire first movie, like Big Brother trying to get his horny little sister, who was great. I mean, the sister was great in I prefer Smoking Aces 2 over Smoking Aces, but
I've seen Smoking Aces a handful of times. I still don't know what the hell that was going on.
okay, Smoking Aces 2 is a lot simpler. It's got Vinnie Jones and Tom Berenger. Ernie Hudson shows up in it too.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah, no, I'd say it's worth a watch. Like the first one is like, no, you're trying to be too clever for your own good. Like the entire ending, like, no, we have to keep this mobster alive because he was an agent.
It was very confusing.
And never mind, Ryan Reynolds not getting to be meta at all. Like, what's the point of?
That's the most un-Ryan Reynolds performance I've ever seen.
Yeah, I do like Ben Affleck and Chris Pine in it.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, it's very much. And Common's good.
The acting wasn't bad with the exception of Ryan Reynolds. It's just such a confusing plot.
Yeah, no, that's like, I mean, Common. I mean, Jeremy Piven is Jeremy Piven, which is kind of sad because
for better or for worse.
Yeah, I'm just saying, which is kind of sad, but like. All right, you pretty much were nurtured by the Cusacks and you ended up being a creep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you end up being a caricature of a creep.
Yes.
Yeah. But let's see, going through my notes because I think we can get on track. So I mean, it's kind of funny with the references points in this, like. All right, Sam and Mike's mom is Lucy.
Yeah.
Which is an obvious reference to Bram Stoker.
Yes.
And it's like, and why didn't we just lean into that? Well, I guess you could say Max would be Max Schreck, the actor from Nosferatu.
Yeah, there you go.
But I don't think anybody was really hip on that until Shadow the Vampire, which I saw multiple times in theaters.
I mean, there's a difference though between paying a little homage and then making it a actual thing to lean into.
Well, this is a guy. I mean, so this is coming from a guy who's probably watched this movie at least 10 times. I mean, this is an easy disc to throw in there anytime. I've bought it on DVD. I bought it on Blu-ray.
It was on AMC like last week.
It's an easy, like, again, it's not it's hardly an R. The worst scene, like you could say, oh, you got the Jason Patrick Jamie Gertz scene, which is hardly anything.
Which you see that much on a modern day soap opera.
Yeah. And otherwise it's not like, and that was something I noticed, like
I mean,
nothing until the vampires kill the surf Nazis, which is how they're listed in the credits.
Sure.
Is surf Nazis. Like,
I was gonna say, if anything's gonna push that into our territory, it would be some of the gore and the blood.
Yeah, and I'm just
that's
saying,
about it.
Yeah, nothing really heavy there, you know.
Because see, that's kind of what I like. Because we could talk about vampires in movies till we turn blue in the face, and there's generations. But I like these guys kind of the same reason I liked the vampires from Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh yeah,
these guys were eating them. They weren't just drinking blood.
Oh no, yeah.
They were eating.
Mm-hmm. I gotta check. Great. I gotta rewatch From Dusk Till Dawn. Okay, when does the when does the action stop? All right. When do we see the pullback from the Aztec
Yes.
temple they were on?
I think we're in time limits on that one.
It's pushing it. I love the
It'd be
sequel.
close.
I love the sequels, actually.
I've never seen any of the sequels or the series that was on LRA.
Oh yeah, no, I hear the series was really good, but like that might be more of legend of what El Rey Network builds itself to be.
Well, true.
No, the first sequel with Robert Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then you get a Bruce Campbell cameo to open the movie. It's like they knew what they were doing with that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The second sequel I thought was a lot of fun. With Michael Parks playing basically Ambrose Bierce. Like, why did he suddenly disappear? This is a story. And then you got the guy who played, like, it's definitely made for TV video stuff. This is before I don't want to screw up his name because I'm such a Star Wars fan. Boba Fett. Tamura Morrison.
Yes.
Is in that movie. I mean, this is like 2 years before he was Django. So I mean, somehow they get Orlando Jones in that movie too. The third movie.
Well, I mean that was coming up on the tail end of his heyday. So I mean,
well, I think that was actually like the beginning. Like he had Mad TV, and then how is he going to cross over?
He had Evolution in 2000. He had the Replacements in like 99 or 2000.
Oh, I forget about 2001 for the Replacements, but I forget about the Replacements because it's just such a corny sports movie that like I've seen it. But I've seen it so many times. That's just it.
But I still enjoy it.
And then when I say I've seen it so many times, it's like, Major League, Slapshot.
Yes, all movies I've seen way too many times.
Yeah,
but I still watch them way too many more times.
Right. I mean, I think I've kind of mellowed on after really appreciating Bull Durham. I've kind of mellowed on Major League, but
okay, I can see that.
Yeah, but yeah, so it's. I mean, gosh, I mean, I'll give anything with Reese Ifans a chance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And no, Jimmy, sorry, I was going to say Jimmy, John Favreau. I mean, he's awesome in it. Like everything works in that movie. It's just like, gosh, this is such a softball movie.
It's like, yeah, what if we made Bad News Bears, but about adults?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a cinematic classic. I just say I enjoy.
Oh no, I'm just saying it doesn't do anything wrong.
Yeah,
but when you copy somebody's homework, it should look like that.
Right, change the work.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's see. Back to my notes. So in the movie wise, in my peripheral, we've got the entire Sam calling his mom.
Oh yes,
yes. It's like
ma'am.
Yeah, no, he's yeah, you can understand why Lucy said, "Hey, Mike, can you watch him tonight?" Like,
because he's nuttier than squirrel turds.
Yeah, and then, that's comparing him to the Frog Brothers. Like,
yeah, I mean, they're mildly nutty, but this dude's chock full. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, and then he's on the phone, and then Michael comes floating in the background.
Yeah.
The only time you really see a vampire float in the entire movie, by the way.
Well, I mean, it definitely implied, I can definitely.
I love the fact that you never see the vampires flying except for in that final fight scene.
Right, which actually
I love it. It was budget reasons.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. Like what I was getting to is like when the violence happens, it's pretty anticlimactic.
Yeah, because it's usually off screen.
Well, yeah, or something just very simple. Nanook.
Yes.
Which is like, this is what Paw Patrol should be, is freaking Nanook. Not these little puppies, like, being freaking, narcs.
Yeah, vampire whooping dogs.
Yeah. Like
shoulder checking a vampire into a tub of holy water.
Yeah, that's what I like. I mean, Thorn was underappreciated even. And I'm not a big dog person.
Now, see, as a dog person, this is where I got to jump in.
Uh,
Thorn was just doing his job.
Yeah.
It doesn't make him a bad boy.
No.
It's the same like people say, "Oh, pit bulls are dangerous." No.
Oh, no.
People are dangerous.
Yeah.
So yeah, Thorn did nothing wrong. That's what he was trained to do.
Yeah.
Doesn't make him a bad dog. Makes him a mistreated dog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna step off my animal soapbox now. Back to the.
Well, I mean, it's kind of difficult. Well, no, it comes back to like I recently had one of my cats pass, and it's like
sorry to hear about that.
Thank you. But it's like my ex, who technically was the owner of Skimble, I talked to my mom. It's like, well, how is Ava handling it? Well, she's at my side all the time now, I think. And like, you can say, oh, that's just her caring for you. And it's like, yeah, I know she cares for me, but that's also because Skimble was doing all that bollocks of like being the, oh, come on, hug me, love me.
Yeah.
Ava just wants to be a cat, do her own thing. So can I go in no, Russ, you don't want to deal with that paperwork and another $15 a month to have another cat in the house. It's not fair to Ava. It's like, yeah, Skimble wasn't exactly fair to Ava. But it's like my ex would say, oh, well, dogs will do their best to stick around as long as they can. They won't complain. You can see they're in pain.
Yeah.
Cats, on the other hand, is like, yeah, I'm hurting. I'm gonna get the shit out of here.
Right. Well, here's my open shut case evidence of why dogs are the best. It's a classic joke. You probably heard it, but yeah, lock your wife and your dog in the trunk of your car and drive around for a couple hours. Pop the trunk. Who's gonna be happy to see it? That dog's gonna be happy to see it. That's why dogs are the best. Yeah,
but on the other hand, it's like cats don't narc on cats are not narcs.
This is true. I do. I've just made this whole argument of, hey, that's what the dog was trained to do. He's just doing his job. Drug sniffing dogs, mind your own business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So
no one asked you.
So I'm just looking over my notes, and it's like, oh, I missed something about Corey Haim. So doing my try hard research, he had a couple of movies called Demolition High, Demolition University.
I do not remember the cinematic.
And you can't I hear Demolition High is definitely worth a watch. Demolition University is the only one I could find anything on. Like, you get the DVD at Netflix. But yeah. But they basically, like, the guy from the Bad Movie Bible YouTube channel basically said, yeah, he was totally off his rocks on drugs during that movie. Which goes back to, like, I don't want to say, well, thank God Corey Haim died.
No, absolutely not.
No, but it's like, so you had the Lost Boys, and it's like Lost Boys, the Tribe, the first sequel. Yeah. And I didn't really catch on to it because it was all mid-credit stuff, and I was totally like, oh, thank God that's over.
Right.
And then it's like there's a scene where you have Alan Frog warning him. I guess Alan's become a vampire. Spoiler alert. It's in the third movie. And then he's warning him that Sam is coming after him because Sam's in turn. And I guess that's supposed to set up the sequel, which was basically, oh yeah, so it's going to be Sam. Can Edgar save Sam? And then he passes, and it's like, oh shoot. Which I think is why I'm saying is like, well, that stopped that train of bad movies. Like,
well, it's weird because Joel Schumacher proposed two different movie ideas to Warner Brothers.
Okay.
He proposed a prequel, which would have been how David and all them boys
Yeah.
got turned back in the early 1900s.
Well, that might be a pushing a little far because they seem like 60 but guys, especially with the doors
Definitely, I agree with
and
that. Yeah,
equating it to Peter Pan, like Jim Morrison to Peter Pan. And it's like,
right.
that's pushing it.
And they definitely used Morrison as a reference of like who these guys should be, or idolizing. I mean,
Yeah.
there's that giant poster of him in the Vampire Cave.
Right. Never mind the soundtrack. You've got
Right.
Echo and the Bunnyman, When You Were Strange
You're
cover.
strange, right?
So, which brings me to another point. It's like Echo and not Echo and the Bunnyman. Love that. That's my jam. But it's like this is like near the end of the soundtrack sweet spot.
Yes, and
Like
banger of a soundtrack.
yeah. So you got 83 starting with Flashdance, and I'd say all the way up to about 88.
With notable bangers scattered since then, but yeah, 88 was that sweet spot.
Right.
Sweet spot.
Yes. Then it's like, and then I should probably discuss this with the big sister, but it's like once you had great soundtracks, that kind of killed the musical in Hollywood.
It did.
Okay, I'm just making sure I'm not the only one.
But no, the other sequel he proposed, as opposed to the prequel idea, was a sequel that would have taken place in the 90s. In very simple concept, it was could be called The Lost Girls. And it was going to be like leather clad, biker vampire babes.
Oh,
that's like almost a direct quote from Schumacher. I think he said chick babes.
When you say it with a lisp, regardless, it doesn't seem threatening. But
that's probably how he could get away with that pitch.
Because
someone that looks like me should not have said that sentence.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So it's yeah, definitely knew about that one. I think they're still trying to figure a way to bring the property back.
Yeah, but now they're doing that dreaded thing, talking remake.
No. Legacies are fine. Like as long as you got Corey Feldman, with a stamp of approval.
Yeah, like give me a like reboot. I'm okay with. Like if you're, but like complete remake.
Oh no, you can't do no. This is
you can't capture that.
I don't think you can. Yeah, I don't think you can do that with any 80s movie.
Because who's one? You ain't gonna find another 6'5" jacked baby oiled up saxophone player.
No, didn't even think about that element. But I don't think you can do any the 80s. It's kind of like what
I mean. Yes, yes. Precursor, yes, I'm a child of the 80s. I was born in 82, love 80s movies, love, that early 90s stuff. Okay, yes, I know I'm looking at through nostalgia and rose-colored glasses, but I still feel as a movie fan in general, 80s was magic. Whether it be comedy, action, it was good.
80s was that weird.
Bad, it was still good.
Yeah, no, 80s was that weird time where it's like the accountants actually started keeping track of stuff.
Yes.
Like the 70s, it was all about the artist.
Yes.
And I would say the 70s is probably the best decade in cinema.
Okay.
I mean, it's
argument could be made, yes.
Yeah. Right. So it's like we just got out of the Hays Code and we're just looking to see anything at that point.
So it is funny you bring up the accountant thing. The only reason one of my favorite 80s comedies even got made is because it was a tax write-off.
Oh, that was Basic Operations. I mean, we go back to our Ivan Reitman. It's like this is a guy who pretty much told people, no, just get 1 star and bring him to Canada.
Right.
Boom.
But Revenge of the Nerds was only made because Fox made too much money off Return of the Jedi and they needed a tax write-off.
Yeah, that brings up another thing. It's like so David Goyer, writer of the Blade trilogy, the Dark Knight, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight. A lot of people consider him a hack because of and he gave us Batman v Superman. I like Batman v Superman, but that's me.
And he also gave us a wonderful run of Flash comics, of world's finest comics. Let's not forget this man. He knew what he was doing. He just had to deal with constrictions.
Right. And I mean, but his he famously has said, like, I was the screenwriter responsible for the last profitable movie.
Yeah.
Which was Death Warrant with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Which is a classic. I mean,
yeah.
I definitely rank that higher in Van Damme's filmography. So with that said, it's like everybody, basically accountants again, everybody wants to make an excuse that I'm losing money.
Yeah.
Like, regardless, like Return of the Jedi didn't make a profit. Is 20th Century Fox. And there you go. Revenge of the Nerds.
There was a lot of Ewok suits, bro.
Never mind the dry cleaning on those.
Getting the smell out.
And that's just kind of weird. Like, I have never IMDb'd Warwick Davis's actual age.
He was like 12 when they made that.
Jedi, yeah.
And that would have been what, like 81, 82?
83 was the release date.
83 is when they released it. So they probably filmed it in 82.
Yeah. So 12, so that's like saying he was the Leprechaun at 19. Well, no, 20, 21.
20-ish, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
but that'd also be saying he did Willow when he was like what, 15?
88. So yeah, so he had to be older than 12 for Jedi.
Yeah, but they're saying he was a kid.
Yeah, essentially. Well, I will say he probably was not an adult,
right?
From the legal standpoint.
I mean, you look at him, and I swear, in one of them documentaries, I've seen like almost every Star Wars documentary I can ever find, and I swear he said he was like 12.
But... yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe they shoved him into a droid on Empire. I don't know.
Now available on video cassette.
In the new millennium, vampires no longer fear the sun. Now they're going to learn. It's time to fear the Son of God! Phil Caracas is Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter.
And I've just revisited Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter from 2001, a Canadian film from Odessa Features. I have seen one of their films, which was about 2009, I believe it was called Smash Cut, which just sold itself really on the fact that they were able to get Sasha Grey fresh off the Girlfriend Experience. So it's a fun little horror movie, especially when you throw in a cameo from Herschel Gordon Lewis. So, but as for this one, this is definitely them getting on their feet. I remember first being exposed to this feature on the old G4 show Web Soup, which was really just taking the piss out of it. But this is just basically a movie that just needed to be made, I suppose, for the crew, director, and such. It's a film shot on, I believe it was 16 millimeter, and obviously everything has to be done fully and ADR wise, and on top of that, they didn't really have lighting, so this gives us vampires who need to exist in the daylight, which they do explain. So this film is about the Catholic Church in Ottawa trying to stop a vampire invasion centered around basically just taking out lesbians because who cares about them? The church doesn't. And now it's gone too far. So the only answer is to bring Jesus Christ to go and save the day. And, after we get our initial Jesus Christ appearance and, the robes and hair and beard and such, we immediately go and get him, modernized. So it's just a lot of fun, just silliness. You have a battle with a Jeep that basically ends up being a clown car full of atheists. Eventually, El Santo has to be brought in to further assist Jesus. There are some clever bits. You just have to appreciate this feature for the effort. It is, and with that, it is funny. They know that this is going to be something that can't be taken seriously, and they lean into it. Skateboarding Jesus, musical numbers. It's just you just can't help but chuckle at every bit. God appearing in a bowl of ice cream. So it's something that's just got to be seen to really appreciate. And as I say all this, I was thinking of this viewing, I'd say it's probably number 3 or number 4. I remember seeing it on Netflix back in the good old days, and I immediately ordered the Blu-ray. So, when I stop and think about the feature, it's okay, all the shortcomings, and is it really any good, or is it just silly? And no, I'm going to say that for what it is, it can definitely be I think it can be appreciated as a work of art. So before Timur Bekmambetov gave Abraham Lincoln the stakes, remember that Jesus did it first.
Hold on to your butts.
I'm going to sidetrack us even more, but we're talking about it. The funny thing is, he wasn't even supposed to have that big of a role in Return of the Jedi.
Oh, okay. And this is a guy who I own. I have the encyclopedia of any kind of Star Wars knowledge. Have I looked into it?
No,
but I have it.
No, originally it was supposed to be Kenny Baker,
right?
Who played R2.
Yeah,
he was also playing one of the Ewoks because little guy.
Yeah.
It was actually supposed to be the character he was playing that was supposed to have all the interactions with Carrie Fisher. He had a little bit of stomach flu that morning. Said, "Give it to the kid. He loves these movies."
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's how Warwick Davis got to be Warwick Davis.
Yeah. And truth be told, I've never I've seen most of Leprechaun in the Hood, because that's how could you not want to watch a movie like that?
It's really fun to watch that movie.
Yes. Yep, and this is an audio podcast. I like doing the video just so I know I can read the room.
Trust me, those who know.
Yes. Okay. No. No, I'm oversimplifying it. It's still my go to sleep method, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I never I took part in maybe hotboxing straight edge wrestlers back in the day.
Yes.
I didn't.
We don't smoke. We can't control if he does.
Yes, right. No, but
and if we happen to be standing right next to him.
Yeah, I don't know. Right. I just no, my big thing was I'll do it. I'll just never, but there's a reason it's puff puff pass. I can get myself in the queue for the pass.
Yeah.
So I didn't I may have bought pot once illicitly in my lifetime.
Honestly, same.
Yeah.
I did not become the couch man until after it was legal.
Right. Oh no, it's my nightly thing. And as I say, I think we were talking about my last one. It's oh yeah, I've driven in through heavy rain on what people in Peoria call the Redneck 500.
I've heard of this.
Yes, high on heroin.
Mhm. Now,
But
to those of
no,
you
I
who
don't want to do that again. I don't want to even think about doing that again. So
no, absolutely not. But to those of you who have heard me on the last podcast a while back, I'm still keeping up with my New Year's resolution.
I slipped. I blame Skimble, but like,
Well, you get a pass.
yeah. So, but no, it's like the last day I saw Skimble alive, I should say, because I
No.
I was able to drive my ass. Like, have you taken the body to whoever's going to handle the cremation? It's like, no, I haven't. All right, I'm 20 minutes away. But I talked to Allie since she wasn't Skimble wasn't eating, and it's like,
Yeah.
I
Now,
got this. I got this. I got this. I can get right in his face. I've heard cats love it. I think Ava loves it. She's always like, that's when she shows up.
now you were mentioning the unfortunate process of cremation to the pets. We've had many pets here at the house, and we've only had one that's actually cremated. The rest is in my Stephen King make a movie set out in my backyard.
Oh, I brought that up to Allie as we're driving to Scola with the drop since she's from there. It's like,
sure,
you guys still use a lot of Native American imagery in your mascots and such. Can you point me to a burial ground?
I've got turtles, I've got birds, I've got cats, I've got a baby duck, I've got all kinds of stuff buried out in my backyard.
Well, I'm ordained. I mean, I could go and bless it and maybe make it happen, man.
Oh, believe me, the last couple that we buried, this was before my wife binged all 15 seasons of Supernatural in less than 2 months.
Damn.
She's hardcore, dude. When she binges, she binges.
Oh no, obviously.
All the burials that I've been a part of, I'm dumping salt. And she goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "You have TV to watch." And now she understands why I did that.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's so let's see. Honestly, this is so, I say, like, I back up and watch it. It's like, the action's kind of anticlimactic. I like the raw nature of Near Dark. Like,
sure.
I hate it when they don't shave.
And to be fair, I wonder, is that a victim of losing over half your budget?
Well, no, that's
all the
I'm
criticism
actually
people have about, say, the makeup or the action or the special,
the makeup's great.
The makeup's pretty decent, except I know they hated the contacts.
Well, that goes for any movie. I don't know a good movie about.
Well, but see, these were
the glass
contacts, yeah, because they hadn't invented soft lenses yet. These are glass. They didn't breathe. They were painted.
Yeah.
So they can only wear them for like 4 or 5 minutes at a time. In fact, I learned this actually yesterday in my research. That scene in the movie where Keither reaches out of the vampire cave and he burns his hand.
Yeah.
And he pulls his hand back in. You see a tear. And people think, "Oh, wow, he's a good actor because he burned his hand. He's crying." No, he's crying because his eyeball is like saying, "Get these smackers out of me." Oops.
No, this is not a look. I mean, this isn't catch. Look. I mean, there's when somebody like, so I've done like 3 where I've labeled them explicit. Well, no, I've done 2 where I labeled it explicit, but it's like, it's basically like, okay, booze, boobs, and blood podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know those girls are going to not going to be able to control them. And then with the Beavis and Butthead podcast with Gregory, it's like off the bat, man, 3 F-bombs in 10 minutes. Like, I'm not gonna take the time.
I was impressed. I was like, wow, he's getting them out there.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, he's like, he is like, Gregory is a very, like, he's got great taste in movies, and he's pretty liberal minded person who's stuck in Lincoln, Illinois. It's like what, those guys you grew up in high school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so no, for these so that's like, yeah, I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna probably, and then I'm like reviewing the podcast we did. It's like, did I curse on that? And it's like, no, I didn't. I just told the lockout joke very
Yes.
poorly. And it's like,
Yeah,
maybe I
yeah.
can
I'm sure-
cover maybe I
think
can cover that up with that.
I think we were pretty good on that last one.
Yeah, yeah.
This one I've blown it completely out the window.
Oh no, two and no, we're doing good. Like that's easy for me to listen to and like, oh, put that there. No, as I say, like 10 and 3 minutes, 3 and 10 minutes, like
Yeah, that's a little harsh.
yeah.
Well, it's like my record for F-bombs in a 5-minute set
okay.
was 16 times in 5 minutes. I mean, that's getting up there with like Bernie Mac numbers.
Yeah. No, that's the entire Kings of Comedy.
Love me some Bernie Mac.
Oh yeah.
He used that word. Samuel L. Jackson looked at him and said, "Dude, he's off on that word."
Yes, yeah. No, funny story about Bernie Mac is like, so go back to the 2003 playoffs.
Okay.
Game 6, before the Bartman incident.
Mm-hmm.
Bernie Mac is your guy who's singing singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Okay, I caught that in an airport. I was actually on my way home from Iraq the night that happened, and I got home to my house 20 minutes before that accursed incident, and I saw it, and I was like, "This stinks."
So Bernie Mac sings "Root, Root, Root for the Champs."
Mm-hmm. Yes, I saw that in the airport.
Yeah, and it's like, and I tried bringing it up to the black guy in our wrestling promotion. And I was there opening weekend for the Kings of Comedy, so somehow I thought that gave me cred.
Sure,
and it's like
it doesn't.
Nope. He just does an entire Bernie Mac does an entire bit about the N-word.
Yep.
And I tried channeling that. Like, nope. I was told you got your one. Oh,
as a kid who got in trouble for reciting Richard Pryor's onstage act at the age of 7 because my dad let me watch Showtime. Yeah, I understood that there are some words that I should not say.
Yeah, so that's the only time I've ever said that word in a situation where it's like, you know what, I'm gonna take it. I think I'm all right. I think I'm.
Take the L, go home.
Yeah.
Don't ever do it again.
No, the only other time I said it was I was at the Getaway Hostel by DePaul in Chicago after a Cubs game, waiting for an AAW wrestling show, and some guy who said he's a stand-up comic, he said, "Oh, you're from Peoria. Where's that? What's that?" And it's like I responded. It was a white guy, so I responded with
no,
it's a city, but you country folks don't understand that. Which is how they opened. It used to be at the Jukebox Comedy Club. That's how they opened every show.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
I was born in. I was born in Peoria, Illinois. What's that? It's a city. So I'll give Dan Conklin credit for abandoning that, despite I think every comic could appreciate it, but yeah. So, but then I guess I can blame Dan for any situation I get myself into.
Oh, Dan.
Yes.
The stories we could tell. We could do we could do so many. We could do 2 episodes easy just on Dan.
Yeah. Oh no, Dan. At one point, Dan and I are just sitting at a bar. We could write a book about everything we've endured with these dancers.
Well, I love when a comic will go through on the Bob and Tom show.
Yeah.
And they're one of the Peoria guys.
Mm.
And they all say the same thing, racetrack strip club. Yeah, that is burned down.
Yes.
unfortunately.
Which is weird because that's like the second strip club that's burned down in the last 25 years. I never got to see Wild Side. I got
But
dancers convincing me to get into boxing matches
nice.
from the
But
Wild
now,
Side, but yeah.
but now here's the thing: comics are coming through for a new reason because Dan has a goat in the back of the building.
Okay.
I have seen the goat. I have heard many comics talk about the goat, and I've heard about the goat on national radio.
Yeah. See, I just always have my podcast playing. Like, I got Bob and Tom and Champagne, Urbana, obviously, and I'm like, no, since Bob disappeared, it's kind of like,
well, I'm gonna do a whole thing on that too, but no, the ship has been righted.
Okay. So yeah, as I was just saying, it's like, I start my car up, it's like, I'll just listen to the podcast when I get in there. Especially like I listen to Screen Drafts. It's been Spielberg month, and they just finished the produced by Steven Spielberg draft.
Which this movie, no, this movie don't fall into that.
No, Donner produced the Goonies. No, Spielberg produced the Goonies, which ended up which ended up in the latter half of the top 20.
Yeah.
Which, I get it. You do have to kind of be an 80s kid to get that.
Yeah.
Which I guess that's a credit to the Lost Boys. You don't have to be an 80s kid to enjoy the Lost Boys.
Exactly.
Does
it help? Sure.
Oh yeah. No, but as I say, that's why you're kind of dependent on. Come on, you liked Edward Herrmann and the Gilmore Girls. Give this movie a chance. I mean, and just to see that turn at the end,
and it works so well because you look at Herman, Mr. Herman, and he just looks like that dad. That dude, he just looks like the nicest sumbitch that you've ever met in your life.
He doesn't look bad as a vampire either. I mean, like,
well, I don't know. The only worst set of fangs I ever saw was in the sequel to Dracula 2000.
Which Dracula sequel? Because I love them all, honestly.
It was the first one. I'm trying to remember what the subtitle was, but it was the first sequel they made to Dracula.
Yeah, 2000. Dracula 2. I can't remember. So I can't remember how they named it. Like, I have the DVD over there. I just
I could see,
Roy Schneider.
Yeah.
Like, no, I loved the last, like. Okay, no, they pretty much Dracula 2000 pretty much ended on a solid note. And like, all right.
But they said no, we're getting 2 more.
Yeah.
But yeah, the actor escapes me, but the guy who played like the scientist with polio or mustard,
Craig Schaefer. We've brought him up before. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, Craig Schaefer. If you look at the chomps he's sporting. They purposely made them look bad because, like, well, he's a nerdy professor, so he don't get cool teeth. That was their logic.
Well, and I will, that makes sense. So it almost says, well, like, that also plays the continuity of Dracula 2000, which was like a movie I saw 3 times in the theater, actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I think I saw Enemy at the Gate maybe 3 times in the theater. It's like, I just had a guy, a friend, total twat now. If you're listening, Jesse, who, and I could go even worse on that kid, but I shouldn't say kid anymore. But it's like, well, I guess maturity wise I could, but again, that could be the, like my traveling buddy Raul, like, the pot, that was the pot here in the calling the kettle out. I hear you've been talking shit.
Yeah.
So
or if if your mama was around, it's I heard you've been running your mouth.
Yes. So but yeah, so we end up seeing, like, he went to Western Illinois, and like my aunt, not aunt, she's a second or first cousin, what have you, went to Western. She was a parole officer, And I said, well, I'm applying, so where are you applying? Well, I'm going to apply to U of I, and otherwise I think I'll just do the JUCO thing. What about Eastern or Western? She said, don't apply for Western unless you're going to criminal science. It's a party school.
Cool.
Yeah, and I've heard, and I had a wrestling, Jordan McIntyre from the Danny Daniels AAW pool of wrestling was a fellow trainee. No, it's all about partying there in Macomb. So, but I'm basically saying that guy came apostolic Christian raised kid would come back every weekend. And like all of us are looking like, yeah, no, I was still going to JUCO, what have you, because I'm going to do it the right way. I'm going to get my associates before I transfer. And then we're looking at them. You're going to a party school, and we're going to watch a movie. So, I mean, I guess the end story with him is he met my best friend Steph, and I don't know, we bring up music, and I'm Queen's my favorite band, and like, well, hit Russ and his British senses. And she like called him out, like, you're the one dressed all high end and stuff. You're calling him out for appreciating the music of a bisexual? So that's the story behind him.
That's funny.
Right. Which, honestly, should be cool. But you got to own that, all right?
Oh, yeah.
Be yourself. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I can see the post-traumatic stress well, not poster. I can see where the trauma is, man.
Sure.
We can appreciate you. Like, don't, just don't quit lying, man. That's where I'm getting at. So.
Fair.
It's one of those, like, I'm waiting for the hateful message on this podcast. Oh, I thought you were cool, Russ. Yeah, I thought you were cool in high school. All right, so just got a few notes left, and they're just now attacking the. No. Oh no, she's at dinner with Max.
Yes.
Diane Weiss, though, I should say national treasure because
absolutely
movie. Like, she got her Oscar from, and I have not watched Allen versus Farrow. I thought, I was of the argument, oh no, this was settled in the 90s. They did bring it to trial.
Yeah.
Which, no, all you have to do is watch, like, it's one of those, like, thank God for finding Neverland.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, he beat it in the 90s, and it's like, hold on, why was I on his side in the 2000s? Like, fool me once.
Right.
Fool me twice, no. So I do have to watch that. It's one of those with Woody Allen, it's like, every one of his movies is autobiographical in a sense. So I guess I'm not surprised, is my problem with Allen. It's like, he pretty much told you what he's doing.
Yeah.
So, but no, coming off an Oscar and doing this movie, it's like, and I know she was on Law and Order. I'm trying to think of other stuff. Diane. I mean, I've seen her in a lot of things.
She was in Edward Scissorhands.
Yes.
She's been in so many of that mom role.
Right. She embraced it. It's like, you have the statue.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to do this.
You want, but she loved being that mom.
Right. Which is more insulting part of the Lost Boys, the tribe, is they try to create a knockoff character of her.
Oh, why?
Yeah. I mean, it's bad enough you're picking on Timmy Capello.
My rule is this: if it takes you 20 years to make a direct-to-DVD sequel, Don't make the effing DVD sequel.
Well, and that's why I like The Thirst, because it is strictly about Edgar.
Because see, like, I don't mind the fact that they've gone back and they are doing a run in the comics right now. I believe it's Image Comics doing a Lost Boys run, and it's a direct sequel.
All
and
right.
they've even addressed everybody. Like Timmy Capello has like a whole episode establishing his character and what he actually is.
All right. Now, yeah. I just wish I get to the comic. That's the problem with comics right now. It's like
Yep.
I wish I get to the comic shop more often, and then
Yep.
like I don't, and it's like, well, I might as well go and just go to Comixology.
And then you do walk into the comic book store after so long. You're like, well, I'm gonna go look at the old stuff.
Yeah, no, precisely. Like I go for the Image, and it's like, but I know DC.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but like, all right, so we find the Nanook is put down. Was it Dwayne or Marco? Is
Marco is the one
Alex
played
Winters.
Yes, I would say played by Bill.
Yeah. And the other
yeah,
two did. The one guy did a lot of supporting work. The other guy didn't really do any acting. I mean,
the blonde one ended up passing away.
yeah.
And I believe, say the name you thought the name of what the character was again.
So there's Dwayne and Paulo, I think.
Paulo, I believe, was the blonde.
Okay, Paulo. Let's see. I'm getting in. Okay, Marco, Alex Winter, Dwayne.
Yep.
Dwayne was the dark hair one. I think he's the one who passed.
No, the blonde one passed. I saw it in a video today.
Yeah, I think. Yep. Right, and I mean Billy Worth, who played Dwayne.
Yeah.
So Paul, not Paulo. Yeah. Death by Stereo guy.
Wonderfully cheesy 80s one-liner.
Oh yeah. Oh no, all the like I really dug the text. Like again, it's like just give this the PG-13.
Yeah, like I said, other than a little bit of the gore, I think it could very easily be a PG-13.
Yeah. Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because I say that's like in the sense that every kid knows they should not watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 1987.
Right. And I was 12 when I saw it the first time. Come on.
That's one of those like, and I should not be avoiding it, especially since I'm preaching on Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter, which is very low budget, and it's like, no, this is the best thing you could have done with 16 millimeter, no audio, trying to shoot vampires in daylight. Never mind the entire Jesus Christ element of it.
Right.
And they also bring El Santo into that movie.
Nice.
Yeah. So no, it's definitely, I think it's on Tubi, but like those guys who did Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter eventually did a movie called Smash Cut, which is very much an homage to Gordon Herschel Lewis of Blood Feast, Wizard of Gore, all these old Grindhouse movies from the 60s. And I'd say Roger Corman's Bucket of Blood.
Yes.
Yeah, very much along those lines. Sasha Grey is the lead actress, essentially.
Okay.
So
I'm familiar with her work.
Yes. Indeed. Like, no, she's good in it. I mean, this is right around the time of the Girlfriend Experience, so
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, no, let's think about the wider picture. She's done some great industrial music actually with artists like KMFDM and Pig. So I did not bother. Now I'm just looking at the IMDb. I didn't bother looking up at Chance Michael Corbett, aka Laddie.
Yes, I'm not sure what he's been up to.
No, I don't know what he's been up to recently. I know he was on so he's only 47.
I better say, I didn't think he was much older than me.
Yeah, so he was known for the Lost Boys, the Rocketeer, and Major Dad. So,
Okay.
but yeah, it doesn't look like he really kept on the acting.
Well, I mean, no, he was in two of the greatest movies of the 80s and 90s and a badass 90s sitcom. Check, check, and check. He go home.
Well, it brings you again to Near Dark. You had the kid in that movie.
Yes.
So he was in Death Warrant is the other movie I saw him in, and Class of 1999, which is kind of Terminator meets Class of 1984.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen either Class of 1984. That's a weird, like, definitely.
I've heard of that one.
Class of 1984 is definitely a one worth checking out. Class of 1999 was basically Class of 1984 is basically a Fear the Youth movie.
Okay.
Class of 1999 was Fear the Youth, so we've created cyborg teachers. And Pam Grier is one of the cyborgs.
Well, I mean, at least they look good.
Yeah, Stacy Keach is the guy behind the program.
Of course, he'd make him look sexy. Okay.
Well, Stacy Keach, I'm not saying sexy, but
he would make him sexy.
Yes. Malcolm McDowell has a role in it. So.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So, not as campy as you'd expect from Malcolm McDowell, sadly, but.
Oh wow.
Yeah. No, he's just the principal of the high school. He accepted the robot. He didn't know they're robots, but these new teachers. So it eventually ends up like the Terminator, essentially, with high school students fighting them. And then they did a sequel, Class of 1992, with the guy from Step by Step who was in the Kickboxer sequels.
Oh yes,
yeah,
Sasha.
Yeah, right. So yeah, we're at this final showdown right now in my peripheral. Yeah, they've just killed David, which was the one confusing death in the movie. Like, I don't know. I'm not a hunter. I don't know if antlers count as wood.
Well, it's not so much that bothers me about the death. I totally get what you're saying, but okay, we stab Alex Winter in the cave. He explodes.
Yeah.
We push dude in the bathtub full of holy water. Blood came out of all the pipes. Way too much blood.
Yeah.
And Death by stereo. Yeah. He gets plugged, goes zapped. David, baddest of the badasses, takes two antlers to the chest. He's laying there, and he gets the bonus of turning into cute ass Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, yeah. You see, I guess that might have been like what Joel Schumacher is really preaching is like, you guys wouldn't.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I mean, if talent was an STD, like,
word,
right? I mean, I'm dropping trowel for any.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was again going back to my buddy Raul. It's like he always 2000s humor. If you had to have sex with a guy, who would it be? And he would say it was always Hawk from the Road Warriors, because he just wanted to hear him as he finished. What a rush! Yeah. So, and I always say, well, I'm looking at actors like I'm hoping it's an STD. Like, no, I would totally scoff at Daniel Day-Lewis, but and as I say, it's an STD.
Right, exactly.
No.
Like if I could be half as funny as some of these comedians that people pay the big bucks to see, like come on, fella, let's get her done.
Yes. Oh, don't say it that way. I couldn't see myself.
Hey, I'm a hick. That's about as romantic as we get, man.
Yeah. It's not like I didn't hear every Foxworthy album until like. So let's see.
I
So
was I was way into those way too early in my life.
oh, that was actually something I bitched about on Twitter and Mastodon, of course, at Russ Stevens at mastodon.social. It was about Hardy's performance at the Royal Rumble. I never heard of
Yeah.
frickin' Hardy.
I
And then
never
they
heard
say,
it either. He's basically like if we took Kid Rock,
yeah,
put him in a time capsule back in '98, and then let him out now.
yeah, like what the, like, so I should say Kid Rock now. We're not talking Ba with the Ba.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, like if Kid Rock came to be now,
yeah,
this would be what that artist would be.
Yeah, there's no such thing as country rock. It's called.
I disagree with that.
Lynyrd Skynyrd is southern rock.
I'm not just talking Skinner.
Okay.
But if you hear things from like say Chris Stapleton and the Steel Drivers,
All right.
It's a little bluegrassy, it's a little country, it's a little folksy, it's a little rock. It's kind of all in there.
Right. Keep in mind I'm Peorian, so it's like God, I hated Hell Yeah. Like, so we're just gonna somebody, like, if anything, that was my biggest problem with the Briscoe brothers.
Okay.
Like, I appreciated like, I loved it when Cornette took them under their wing. And like, at least they got gear now.
Oh yeah,
it's racist as hell.
Oh yeah.
But they got gear. No, it didn't take me too long to realize like something ain't right.
Right.
But no, and then Hell Yeah, it's like, Lord knows you have to. So that's the biggest problem with the Big Al strip club. Is like they got music videos playing on all the screens. Otherwise, like, so I got a boring dancer on stage. I'm looking at the screen and it's like, what's these guys from Peoria? Like, I know Dimebag's a Texan.
Right.
Why are we doing all this Confederate flag shit? Like, and goes back to the Briscoes. Like, you're from Delaware.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Wayne's World.
Yeah. Hi, I'm from Delaware.
So, yeah. So, this is movie's about ending. You got Grandpa who saves the day.
Yes, and like you said, couldn't have mentioned to his daughter or how his daughter didn't know that John was vampires.
And like, yeah, it's just very much like, and I love how it just fades out. Like,
and I love the foreshadowing throughout the whole movie that Grandpa knew something was up.
Yes.
He's making the fences. The fences have a very particular and peculiar shape to them, looking like sharpened pencils sticking up.
Yeah.
As a guy who's built many fences, that's not normal.
Mm-hmm.
The way he would look at Max, the way he would, when they would say something about the boardwalk, kind of the sideways glances he's given, like,
yeah,
homie knows what's up.
So that's Bernard Hughes, and like the oldest movie I know him from off the top of my head is Tron.
Yes.
Which does qualify for this show. Like, I thought it's like, I mean,
it feels long.
Yeah, the more I watch it, then I guess
as I've gotten older, I've appreciated when like the first time I watched it.
Oh no, as a kid in
yeah, I was like 11 or 12 when they did like a big re-release for it for like its 20th anniversary or something like that.
Yeah, no, and yeah, I could say that. Yeah, the first time you watch it, then it's like, I thought computers
was not a kid's movie. We thought it would be a kid's movie because it's about video games.
Yes, yeah. No,
that was not a kid's movie.
No, it's for the guys who made the video games at the time. Like, no, we did not give it, like, there's a reason why there hasn't been a docudrama about the guy who started Atari. Noah, like, there's nothing to Pong.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the beauty of Tron. It's like, oh, Yeah, it's a movie about video games, and we're giving volume to we're giving validity to the actual lack of story.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tron. Yeah, I mean, he was a character actor all the way up to that. Somehow he gave me vibes of, and he recently passed, the guy from Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so. But yeah, no, I guess the only other note I have is the credits are playing, and is like the entire idea of becoming a vampire. Like the tagline is never grow old, sleep all day, party all night. Like,
I mean, if we're directing this to like the key demographic in '87, 17-year-old, sign me up, broski.
yeah, I'm just saying, and like I came to this movie a lot later, so probably my first big vampire movie was Interview with a Vampire, because
Okay.
my mom wanted to see it in theater. She read the books, and my dad didn't want to see it. So I'm 14, and this is my first R-rated cinema experience, and it's like, but by the end, you have the entire idea of like how Louis has supported himself. It's like,
Yeah.
there's people just nobody cares about.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I hate getting up early. So doesn't really sound like sounds like part of the food chain, in all honesty.
Yeah, I mean, they make a compelling argument in almost every vampire story why vampirism is like an acceptable option.
Yeah.
And I was a teenager in the late '90s, early 2000s. I had my phase, dude. I was country goth, and I had all that stuff, man.
See, yeah, again, I guess that's something I kind of miss growing up in the rich town in central Illinois. It's like,
Again, I grew
we
up in a
still had,
town of 1,000 people in Indiana. I was the goth demographic of my school.
well, no, I'm just saying, like, and there's a fun, I think it was a fun movie called Quench. Hard to find. I saw it on Netflix back when Netflix was all movies, and I found a copy of it on DVD. And I'm not saying it's a good movie. It's shot on video, and mid 2000s, like, but it's basically about the Richmond, Indiana, I think's the town. Goth styles.
I am familiar.
It's like,
before we wrap this up,
yeah.
Complete Crime, we have not discussed Jamie Gertz at all, hardly in this thing.
We discussed her being in, like, she had a like banger.
Yeah, we just kind of
years.
discussed she was in the movie, but we haven't talked about her in the movie per se.
Oh, I mean, that's the entire reason. Honestly, you say that, and it's like, yeah, I would go through this vampire stuff.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. I was watching it back around Halloween time. The TV channels were pumping it, and I was watching it, and I was feeling all right, and I was like, she's cute in Twister, but I forgot just how hot she used to be.
Oh yeah, you see, I'm not a Twister guy myself.
Oh, I love that movie.
I don't know. I just thought it was very silly, and you knew it was a one-dimensional thing, and it ended up being number 3 on the Spielberg draft, produced draft, not directed.
Well, that comes from Jan de Bont, and he's very talking about Schumacher this whole time. I think Jan de Bont is kind of in that same vein of Schumacher.
No, I got that.
He makes movies his way.
Yeah,
they're very,
I don't even know what I don't really know what he's done lately as a director. I thought after Speed,
I really don't know what he's done lately. Like,
I thought after Speed 2, they like, oh shoot, he's cancer.
Well, yeah, because Speed 2 was
yeah.
And you remember how we all got excited because we remember how cool Speed was, and like, oh, they made a better one with more money. No, we got the only memorable thing from that is a William Dafoe meme.
Yeah, and that, I think that pretty much basically put Jason Patrick in his place. If you recall, like, Family Guy, a scene where Stewie and his at that time unborn brother, voiced by Wallace Shawn, like,
yes,
how they're talking about how they are very relatable. You hate the woman too? Yes. Jason Patrick? You. Yeah, so let's see. Jan de Bont. I mean, he should not have gone to director jail over that
No.
movie. Like, that's a big thing. Like, I see lots of people buying the Steelbook of Punisher Warzone,
Yes.
and it comes back to Green Street because the director of Green Street did Warzone, and like she hasn't gotten work since that. And it's like, what the hell?
I mean, don't get me wrong, Warzone was not good.
Oh, it was okay. So Jan de Bont's last movie was Lara Croft Tomb Raider, The Cradle of Life.
Oh, he did the sequel. I didn't know.
And before that it was The Haunting.
Okay.
That one, yeah.
That was solid.
I don't know about that. Like,
well,
the only time I pop is Owen Wilson's head getting.
Well, let me rephrase it. It was solid for when I saw it when I was like
1999. So
when I was like 17.
Yeah,
it was solid then. I haven't really seen it since.
Yeah, no, I saw it way after the release. It's like, yeah, this is no, but he hasn't directed anything since Lara Croft Tomb Raider.
And that was what 2001, 2003.
No, 2003. Yeah. So, Roger Ebert is honestly a weird fan of de Bont. Like, Roger Ebert was a very weird person. Like, if he thought it was camp, he would love it.
Yeah.
If he didn't think it was camp, like, you're just trying to be goofy, like, screw you.
And it's funny you say that because he kind of poo-pooed Lost Boys.
Yeah, I know. And well, granted, he wasn't a Schumacher fan.
Well,
but
yeah, which kind of goes against his whole campiness.
Right. But
that was all Schumacher was.
You see, the thing with Roger Ebert, though, is like he's probably the best film critic of all time. No question.
No argument.
Yeah, but like, he only really wrote one movie, and that was Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, which I've watched. And it's like, oh God, this is totally, no, I get it. I know what Ebert was going for.
I think that's why he just stuck to talking about movies.
Yeah, but no, it's like, I know, like, and people will regard Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, which is eventually a remake / parody of the original the original Valley of the Dolls, which is total bullshit. And it's like, no, I know what he's doing. Like, I get it. I think he succeeded, but it's like, yeah, he's not in a, like, it's a good thing he didn't write anything else.
Yeah.
But it's funny, like, I've just got my IMDb and I now have an ad for Disney's Peter Pan and Wendy. It's like, well, geez. It, like,
yeah,
I don't
know. The technology is not listening.
Yeah. All right.
CIA.
Yeah. But when I bring up the the entire vampire bit, it's like, who cares if he kills surf Nazis?
Yeah.
Like
we're gonna yell over the fact that we're missing like 5 or 6 surf Nazis.
Yeah, like
okay, that security guard, he might have had a family.
Right.
A couple they ripped out of a car. The guy seemed kind of like a dick. We'll call that par.
Yeah. But yeah, no, you're dancing on the beach, not acknowledging that.
Yeah,
yeah. If you're not Nazis, you probably are still dealing with unrequited stuff. Goes back to my buddy Jesse, I suppose.
Yeah, if you're not a Nazi, you at least own a swastika.
Yes, yeah. Which I would say about Jesse, but I was saying more of the unrequited stuff they're not dealing with.
Yeah, okay, that too.
Yeah, I mean, like.
So, but yeah, like I said, if they would have just stuck to cleaning up surf Nazis and not picking up kids off the boardwalk and going after, if they just used their powers for good, so to speak, and just cleaned up the surf Nazis.
And truth be told, that's like what most great vampire movies now are about. Is basically the vampires who are like Or I could go back to Jessica's body. Like,
Mhm.
you're killing people. I'm not
Jennifer's body.
Yeah. I'm not killing people. I'm killing boys. It's like fair.
Again, yeah, she was you know, again, we can talk about that movie. I don't know why you'd want to.
I liked it. I don't know.
liked it, but it wasn't what I was expecting, and that's
That's why it didn't make any money.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, honestly, like, when I think Diablo Cody, like, Juno is just a
Oh, yeah.
solid movie, great script, but then it's like, but then she, her future movies, young adult, Jennifer's Body, and then it's like, now I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig you what you're doing there. Right. So, all right. So, yes, we are pro vampire. I think that's.
Except those sparkly dudes from Twilight, they can.
Oh, no. If you're.
It said vampires, not sparkly emos.
Yes. But that does kind of make me think about my wrestling career. It's like, I was at I was, helping a friend pick out crafts and stuff, and I saw, like, oh, clothing litter. And Lord knows I was a heel. Sure. Sprayed that stuff all over my gear whenever I got the chance. It's like, oh gosh, I might have stuff to deal with. No. I know where my bread's buttered, at least on the grander scheme, but baseball and Muse are two things I love.
Yeah.
No, that's the worst scene in all movies, but like, how do you screw up baseball and Muse?
Right.
Right. So I guess that's the classic. Yeah, some things are great separately, but horrible together.
Right.
But if you want somebody who knows what is good together and what's not, you can always watch his videos on TikTok with Couchman Bakes.
Yes, Couchman Bakes on TikTok and Twitter now.
Yes.
We've got all my names matched up finally.
Oh, yeah. That's why I just claim everything. It's like, it'll eventually all straighten out. The irony, though, is like, okay, well, CM Punk came back, so I guess,
right,
taking the CMs away from his hand.
Speaking of that, did you see the Seth Rollins video?
I didn't see the video. I saw Wrestle Talk say, one thing I'd say about Colby, because I knew Seth. Like, he did, like, I was at his farewell show from Scott County Wrestling in Donahue, Iowa, when he was moving out to Philadelphia to train under Punk.
Yeah.
So I guess he has a better knowledge than anybody else. I will say that Punk is the guy who was going to get you into the main roster one way or another. So,
but at the same time, like, we've heard all these things for years. We've seen what happened in AEW.
Punk is the ultimate hypocrite. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say he's a hypocrite. He's a true sociopath.
Yes.
He's only about himself, and I hope April's doing okay.
Yeah.
But April's crazy. I do have the CM Punk shirt, and I mean that as a compliment to April Mendez
in the nicest way possible.
Yes.
It's funny. Around that time, I was freshly single from my first marriage, and my coworkers and some of my cousins and my best friends all said the same thing. Andrew has a type, and that type is batshit crazy.
Oh no!
So my cousin was going to get me. He ended up never doing it, but he was going to get me the "I Dig Crazy Chicks" T-shirt.
No, I have the "I Dig Crazy Chicks" T-shirt. This is the guy who, who's got the shit beat out of him, and then the girl jumped off a roof, and like, oh, and I'm going to jail for that one. And
Yeah.
never mind my junkie experiences. And then the entire reason I did not want to go to partial hospitalization for depression was because I knew all my friends from rehab who came out hooked up with somebody. It's like, give it 3 months, I'm hooked up with a crazy chick.
Mm-hmm.
And Allie will acknowledge that, yeah, she's crazy. So yeah, no, it's like, but it's like I want to, like, it's just very tough. It's like Hulk Hogan shirts. Like when Hogan went back to WWE, and after TNA,
Yeah.
and it was like they created the T-shirt, resold the T-shirt that I bought of his in '87, and Lord knows, oh yes, I'm buying it.
Yeah.
And then a year later, it's like, yeah, we don't talk about Hulk.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking to the owner of a proud owner of not one but two NWO shirts.
Oh, well, no, I don't know if I have. I think I might have the Hollywood Hogan cut, like already torn shirt they were selling somewhere. No, I have plenty of NWO shirts. No shame in that. NWO wasn't bad. It's necessarily. I don't know. It was.
Everybody say you start dissecting its parts.
Yeah, no, the politics of it, but
Right.
that's nobody was doing anything really bad to the world in large, just their fellow wrestlers,
just themselves.
Yeah. So it's I mean, I don't know, it's weird. Like my dad was saying, oh, I heard about Kevin Nash's son, but I can't remember Kevin Nash. Yeah, I could see where you wouldn't remember him, but like no, he didn't really see him in the WWF.
Yeah.
And then we saw him once in Peoria. Somebody threw popcorn in his face. Those were the good old days of wrestling. Like,
oh yes, when you could chuck popcorn and they actually kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah, like
get that heat, brother.
Right, like yeah. I keep I don't know how many times on Twitter it's like, okay, you don't like Roman Reigns? Throw shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show you don't like him.
Right. So, all right. So we got Couchman on TikTok, Couchman Bakes on TikTok and Twitter.
Yes.
You can find me at CatBusRuss if you want to piss on the show. That's where I prefer it. It's better than dealing with conservatives when I suddenly say, look, if you can't handle the kickback of a 357, you can't handle a gun. And
I know conservatives who use that same argument.
That's one of the now that's a dick measuring contest on their behalf.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying, like, no, if you need semi or fully, which I really only know from.
Yes, you were talking to a man who sold guns to rednecks for a long time.
I'm acknowledging I only know the difference between semi and fully because of the tutorial Casey Ryback gave to Jordan Tate.
One round will leave the trigger.
Yes.
The chamber.
I want you to do that.
Well, see, for us, it was explained very simply, because we had the M4s, which is basically the military version of an AR-15.
Yes.
And it had 3 switches. It had safe, and as it was explained, it's then semi, then 3, then auto burst. The M4 is only capable of at most 3 rounds at a time. It doesn't go full auto. Or as our drill sergeant instructed it, safe, pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, so that's fair. I'm just saying, as I say, it's just my. When everybody's, why would you want to ban a semi-automatics? It's like, do you really need a semi-auto?
This is the argument I've always used. That you are talking to a guy who's a little pro Second Amendment, but I have a brain. Now, do I believe everyone needs to own an AR? Absolutely not.
No.
Do I think an AR would work for me? Yes. The reason I say that, like I just said, I was in the military.
Yeah.
I used beefier version. I slept with that thing. I
Right.
I could take it apart and put it together with my eyes closed. I know, I've watched me do it.
Mm.
So if someone was to break into Casa de Couchman, would I rather have something I'm vastly more familiar with in that weapons platform, or something I've only used a handful of times in a pistol?
Yes. Right. No, that's an experience standpoint.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, most people don't go into the military.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, do I think we need a full-on ban? No.
All right.
Because
No, that's
like I
fair.
said, I'm big on phrasing, and the phrasing "shall not be infringed" means thou now shall not f with.
Right.
But do I think we can restrict the heck out of it? Abso-friggin-lutely.
Yes. Yep. No, that's fair. That's
another soapbox moment.
no. I like back when I had Damon DeBoer on the show. He was like, as the ultimate anarchist. No, weapons are important. It's like, are you really doing things right then if you still need the weapons? Like, so all right. So yeah, so bother me on Twitter with movies, not guns. Guns, homophobia, transphobia, like
bother me with funny memes, food recipes, and herb.
Yeah, no, we're really simple guys. We know what we like. I just want you to rate and subscribe 5 stars, preferably. That's what I'm saying. Talk all of the shit you want on my Twitter. Let's get you took the time to listen to the podcast, so it must be worthwhile to some extent. So yes, so well, thank you very much, Andrew. And before I close out, of course, dang it, now I gotta pay tribute to that little cat too. Taking away attention from Stacia, no, but thank you. Well, I'm sure Stacia's smothering the shit out of Skimble.
There you go.
So, but thanks for all the lives touched by all those who we've lost. There we go. Something we can all relate to, and just keep an eye on us so we don't screw up too bad. So,
word.
Thank you very much, Andrew. And now I gotta figure if my older sister's still gonna be awake for the Buckaroo Banzai. But it was great talking to you again. Look forward to it soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Later, everybody.
Good night.
Can I hear a wahoo?